Okay, hi everybody. Welcome once again to our Tuesday segment, Little Stories, Big Impact. And today I'm very excited because we have one of our very own, Sarabeth, joining us. Sarabeth is a program executive, woohoo, with Campus Impact. How long have you been with us already?
Actually, it's been close to 2 years. I think in
Mm.
August 2021, it'll be 2 years. Exactly 2 years.
Oh, very nice. Yay! Thank you. And she's actually one of the longest serving of our colleagues. So she's also been through some things in her life, and today she's here to share with us about her journey. So, Beth, would you be able to tell us just a little bit more about yourself?
Okay, sure. When I first stepped into Campus Impact, it was 2 years ago, and I had this thought and this dream, to work with youths. But then when I came in, and then the main bulk of the clients here or the people I'm supposed to work with is children, and
Yeah, very young children, right?
I was like, can I do this? How do I do this? How do I talk to children? Um, but I think that aside and learning about skills and how to engage children and planning programs for them, um, I would definitely say that I think I came a long way for 2 years, especially in
Yes,
terms
as
of
a boss, I can affirm it.
battling with um, my own emotions and my own struggles as well. And it's something that like I have been I didn't really talk openly about it to like just anyone, everyone. I think 2020, although it was like a tough year for everyone, we all know that COVID-19, there was an outbreak in late 2019 that it just dragged over all the way to 2020. And for myself, I think circuit breaker was the time and the period that I knew that um, it was a huge struggle. And it was a struggle to stay at home. It was a struggle to battle with my own thoughts, anxiety, a lot of anxiousness, and I wouldn't say depression, but like maybe because I'm an extrovert by nature, or I like to go out and meet people. So when suddenly you're cooped up at home, and all this energy has nowhere to go, you can't help but feel down. But surprisingly, I couldn't wait to go back to work. And I remember that at times when even in the office when I felt like this was just after circuit breaker and we are all back to the office, and I remember that at times I just can't help but battle with my own emotions and my own thoughts and past disappointments. The kids will be the ones that cheer me up. The children will be the one to cheer me up, and their questions are irrelevant. They can just be asking, "Cher, what is 2 plus 2? How do I do this multiplication question?" But they're the ones that really distracted me for that moment, and just to live in that moment and to enjoy just being with the children. And not only that, but I think having a boss, of the Alyssa here, who was so open and willing to also hear from me and give me that kind of grace to actually grow and to and a room and that space for me to, other than deal with my own emotions, but that space to move forward with it and see where I can go with my skill set or with my career goals. So that was 1 year ago. Now, with this phase two heightened alert, I realized that I am able to handle it much better, of course, after getting professional help. So I would say there's a huge improvement. I'm actually really
Yeah, I
happy
mean,
and
I can. Yeah, I can definitely affirm that. I can see so much more joy in you. And for the listeners who don't really know what goes on in the behind the doors of Campus Impact, right? Actually, Sarah Beth is like the glue that holds all of us together. She's really warm, personable. When she's in the office, people really liven up. She's the one making sure we go on ice cream breaks, no? So it's not just coffee breaks, it's ice cream breaks. So it's very sweet to see her really welcoming people. And she's a 大姐, big sister to some of our colleagues as well, taking care of them, making sure that they're doing okay, talking to some of the interns and making them feel at home. So yeah, thanks so much, Sarabeth, for doing that. And yeah, it's really wonderful seeing you coping well in phase two, heightened alert. Um, what other things are you doing, this time round? What are you doing differently or doing better this year in phase two, heightened alert?
Okay, in terms of how do I what I like to do, of course, other than my own hobbies like roller skating, it's different from rollerblading, by the way, because it has four wheels and you can do lots of tricks. You can even dance on it as well. Other than doing that, which I just picked up recently, I also like doing little Legos. And if you would like to see, it's something like this. So if you're
Yay, so
tempting,
cute.
yeah,
Like happy feet, right?
yes, and it's really cute. Really love it, but it takes a lot of patience, a lot of focus, and I think that's what helps me to direct my own attention to something that I'm doing and to achieve a beautiful thing at the end of it all. Other than that, zooming with friends and catching up, I think that also helps me to keep my sanity in check. But what I'm doing better, I realize, is that I'm able to engage the children better over Zoom and over online compared to last year. Although my scope of job or job scope right now and my role right now is yes, dealing with more of school engagements, but I start to realize that I miss the children. I miss the young ones so much. And they can be, they always say that like children sometimes can drive you up the wall, and you when you're and you and it makes you pull your hair to like, why is this kid like this? But then they also bring the best joy. And
Mm.
I think
You
because of
miss
where I
them calling you teacher Sarabeth, right? Teacher
yeah,
Sarabeth.
amazingly, there's this one kid that doesn't say teacher, he says teacher. So teacher Sarah Beth, teacher Sarah Beth. So I really, really miss this kind of like cuteness overload. And I think one thing that really helped me during this period of time is that I knew that my emotions, my mental state is way healthier. Dealing with stress and coping with stress is way healthier. I developed a support system for myself, and with that, as what our ED always says, Alyssa, like if we don't take care of our own house, our own home, which is like our own mental state, our own emotional state, there is no way that we can give what we cannot have. And it's only when I took care of myself in that way, then I start to realize that hey, I the skill sets that come along with engaging children or even youth or school engagement online comes way easier. It's a it's you are learning along the way, and it's not that difficult to learn. It's easier for me to catch up. So I guess that's what I find that I'm doing better right now. And engaging the children is, it comes like, I don't know, sometimes it just comes to me. And when in the midst of the program, I always thought that I'm not creative. But trust me, I think creativity only comes when you're really pushed into the sea and you really have to swim. And that's where at that point of time you're like, all right, think. What do I do now? And then it just comes to you. So I guess that works.
Yeah, I love what you're doing with the curriculum team, it's true, Beth. You totally hit the nail on the head. Sometimes people think that creativity is just being hit by a lightning bolt of inspiration and like starting to paint or what. But actually, it's just having that discipline to sit down every day and then think through what possibilities exist out there, and then what you'd like to try with the kids, what could work with them, how they could learn in a more fun way, and then just doing it. So yeah, you've done that. I love the structure you've put into place. I love what you're doing with the team also. Continue to keep up the good work, encourage them, and keep everyone on track and on task so that the goals are met. Thanks so much, Beth. Okay, moving on. Okay, share a lesson you've learned while working here.
While thinking about this question, I think this phrase is sounds cliche, but I think it really works. Never say never.
Mm.
Okay, so why I say that is because never say never to try new things. You will never know when the work or the miracle can happen. So for me, I never, all the while I always thought, no, no children. I'm not gonna work with children. Youth is, who I'm gonna work with. Um, but I realized that it the children really do grow on you, and and you grow on them and they grow on you, so
Mm.
they start to have a special place in your heart. especially when you need to when there are things that happens with the children and you get really very concerned, or you clean up messes, and that's where you learn how to love. Yeah, and I think loving is a choice. So I
Mm.
chose to love. I chose to work on loving them, and now I can't. I just really miss them. So and after 2 years, in this work, I look back and I realized that, hey, actually I've grown so much in terms of skills and passion, and like um all these little things that grow on you. Like, yes, I do have a goal, I do have a dream, and there's a certain group of people or a certain group of clientele that I will definitely wish to work with in the future. But like right now where I am, as long as I have no calling to move, I'm not going to move. And so right now where I am, I really do enjoy all these things, and that's why I say that never say never to try new things. You will actually really never know what you really like or what you really need until it happens. And that's when it hits you and you're like, okay, so this is what I need. Oh, so this is what I can do. Oh, this is what I really like. I never thought that I would like Lego. I never thought that I roller skate and love it. You know, like you never know. So yeah,
Is the positive attitude, purposeful life, pioneering spirit.
we're still keeping that, by the
I
way.
can just imagine the eye rolls from everybody. But okay. Yeah, okay. Before it gets more cheesy. Okay, so any advice that you have? I mean, I love what you said already, about, choosing to love, about trying new things, about, that's where actually the rubber meets the road, right? When things get tough, how do you keep going? And love really, really is a huge motivator. And that choice to love is a very conscious one. So, yeah, is there any other advice you have for other program executives?
Learn to love what you do and providing
Mm,
meaning in what you do, especially in this sector, in the social service sector. There must always be a part of you that loves the work or love the clientele that you're working with. If not, they know. Clients know, or the people they work with know.
yeah,
and and
yeah.
and I also can see that children know, so they actually know, like, if you really do care for them. And being and being in this position, um I realized it's a very neutral role. I mean, I was a program executive before in my previous job, and the role is neutral, and it's a positive thing. Why I say that is because they will tend to open up to people who are just neutral to them. Okay, how do I put it this way? Our role comes as no threat to them, and when in these children and through programs or through just casual talks, they find it very easily they find it very easy to open up and talk to you about anything and everything. And I love working with children and youths, and I realized that this role where I am is a very fun role. So through the fun, they will talk. And when they talk, that's where you can impart little things to them or input little things to them through the fun. So my personality, the way I do things is I will joke, don't like that lah, ayo, why you like this? So I'll talk to them in this way, but yet you are bringing up a certain topic, or making them think about certain things that are in their lives that they should be improving on, or some things that they should learn, and all these things. And I think it's really it's about meeting them at where they're at. Yeah, so
The
so
teachable
and
moments.
yes, and never don't ever think that your role is not important. mm. Sometimes we may compare roles or jobs, but actually an organization or anywhere that works as a team, each team member is important, and we play very different roles. For me, I figured out that this role, it works for me because it's a neutral role, and I love it. I can and I'm able to for me personally, I'm able to speak anything and say anything to my kids or to my children or to my youths, and it doesn't come across as threatening. Yeah, but yeah, it's the
And
same
it's really such a
language.
privilege also.
Yes, and you're
Mm,
speaking the same language as everyone else who's coming alongside them. Yeah. So
mm,
you're singing the same song, just that somehow it
mm,
works very differently when you are in a neutral role. Yeah.
mm. And yeah, so having that consistency also provides another kind of insight for the young people, right? It's not just my parents nagging, it's not my teachers saying the same stuff. Even Sarabeth, at Campus Impact is singing the same tune. So yeah, there must be some truth to this so-called nagging thing. But yeah, you do it in a very chill way. Like you don't come across naggy at all.
Yeah.
Very, very, very friendly, like a safe adult for them. So I think that's something that they appreciate. Safe but naggy adult.
Yeah, and with this hair, it just makes it more safe with that for them. People think that this hair makes me look younger, so like, yeah, it does make me look younger, but it also makes me more approachable in some way. I don't know.
Anything for the job, right? Worth it to be a bit more 小妹妹 for the job.
Yes.
Okay. And speaking on that, right? I mean, talking about what is worth it, what has been the most rewarding experience for you at Campus Impact?
I think to see the children grow, and not only children, but because I'm working in schools, I engage. We have school engagements, right? To see them grow, and how do I personally gauge this growth, other than the professional ways and the more
Our
structured ways,
evaluation forms.
like evaluation paper or this kind of thing, but from little things like their behaviors, little things like their own self-talk. Yes, how they view themselves, it can be seen from how they talk about themselves. So for example, um some may always say that, like, oh, I'm irrelevant, oh, this is nonsense, this is crazy, this is lame. Yeah, I'm lame, this program is lame. um yeah, they may say all these things, and sometimes it's concerning to hear that they may think that they are irrelevant to this society or to people that actually do care for them. But to see, like, them grow, and to hear that they actually do stop this kind of language, I see that as growth. I see that as, um, I have played a role in maintaining that relationship and that rapport with them, to ensure that, they're going through the program, or to ensure that I'm also a safe person for them to talk to if they need. And I think we have many, many miracle stories, which I will not go into detail about our own study buddy children that actually, like, have grown so much, and it's very heartwarming to see them missing campus impact, wanting to come back, um, joining us on Zoom and saying, "Jer, we really not meeting anymore. Jer, how come we cannot go back anymore?" Because they're children, right? So it takes a while for us to explain to them furthermore. Yeah, so like to see their excitement and their enthusiasm to want to come back, and and the enthusiasm in not leaving the center.
Mm,
Yeah,
mm.
and
It's the
I'll also
hardest thing, right?
yes,
Can't get them
sometimes
out.
it's a struggle.
Go home, go home.
But sometimes I also do struggle because, like, I know that they're also here to see their friends, and they're not doing anything that is harming each other. They're just there to play.
Mm,
And as children, I think there's room for that. So, I see that as a good sign, and I think that's very. Um, is There's no one rewarding experience, but I to sum it all up, I think it's the joy of seeing our clients grow, our children grow, our
mm.
youth grow, see them grow, and especially a study buddy, when we see them grow from young. So it's almost like we are parents, we see them grow from young, change into a young woman, a young man, and then they just begin to mature further and further and further, and you're like, oh my gosh, they're going to be a positive influence to society.
And one day they're just taller than you, right?
Oh man, yes. I am the same height as our 13-year-olds, and our 14-year-olds. And I think our 14-year-olds are even taller than us, like the guys. And I'm thinking to myself, am I this short? Or are they just taller? Or what are they eating that just makes them tall? Because I'm this height since I was 12 years old, by the way. Just say.
Yeah, I'm the same. I didn't grow much. Not physically at least lah, but yeah, heart wise, I think my heart has grown much bigger.
At
Just
least
as you,
they're not
right?
at least they're not going sideways lah, huh? Right. We just keep maintain.
I
We
think a bit,
maintain it bigger. But we grow here lah, and our heart here. Maybe cheeks still can, but not sideways.
Okay, Beth, and last one. Thank you so much. I just realized 20 minutes just flew past like that. And I'm so reluctant to cut it. So I'm just gonna ask you that one last question, okay? What are your best hopes when it comes to your work?
I think embarking on this journey and new projects and new teams. Right now, my best hopes, because my best hopes always change. Sorry, just to say, because I think
That's
our
fine.
our hopes always change along the way. But right now, I would like to provide like better structure to teamwork, and even to making the programs, yeah, and planning out the curriculum that works for the children and for the youths as well. So we're trying to align everything, and I hope that this alignment will be more impactful, yes, than just plucking things out. So my best hope is that this new project and like where we're going, right, in providing that structure will also be a source of structure to all our clients as well in their lives. We will never know. Yeah. So yes, to see that our programs make impact.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Bev. And everybody who's listening, join me, like this, send an encouragement note to Bev, and send encouragement to us also so that we can continue doing this good work. Thank you so much. We hope you have a wonderful
Thank
day.
you.
All the best, Bev, as you engage the kids. Bye bye.